Hi. I have changed the decor a little bit now. I'm just making this video from my study room. And this week we want to talk about Russian strategy. It seems effective but cannot be sustained for a long time. And we want to talk about why. Maybe you might remember, but there was an opening, there was a conference on Russia-EU relations, and Lavrov had given a statement about this and saying, I'm just quoting, the situation remains rather alarming. Our common European continent is experiencing an unprecedented crisis of trust. Division lines are emerging in Europe again. They are moving eastwards and getting deeper, as if they were front lines trenches. I just get this quote from TASS news agency. It doesn't mean that Russia will close its eyes to these new unfriendly steps or attempts to talk from a position of strength or the meddling in internal affairs, Lavrov further added. And and Russia also implies and says that they are making or they are preparing their, I will say, response accordingly. As you might remember, in 2005, Putin said the collapse of the Soviet Union was a catastrophe for Russia, not the collapse of the communism. And he was right about this because the Soviet Union had a leverage to protect its borders via the countries since they pose a natural border with the Western. Since the collapse of the Union, the borders moved to east, like Ukraine. Ukraine conflict or flight incident with Belarus, or we call it the Ryanair, already shows that Russia is ready to live with any government which lean to Russia, or at least natural. For Russia, any CIS countries which are dominated by Western countries are dangerous, are a threat to their national security. But from let's look at also the recent events from the U.S. perspective. So the annexation of Crimea is an attempt of Russia to return to a great power status. Countries in EU have a different ideas. Why? Because Germany doesn't want to disrupt its relations with Russia under any circumstances. However, Poland, which has a border also, is very sensitive about Russia actions in Ukraine. Portugal even doesn't care about it because it has no interest. It is hard for EU to unite any action against Russia or one voice response to Russia because Russia has been following a very unique and a clever strategy. What is that? Because by doing or by supplying economic incentives programs or benefits or contracts to different EU countries, to Germany, to France, and another like Italy, Russia is trying to increase the fractions among those countries against Russia. So therefore, always we have been following a very weak united voice against Russia from EU, and that's the strategy. It works so far, but we think it has a one vital weakness. It's economy, the Russian economy. In order to attract those Western countries, you have to offer something in return, and Russian economy is under stress due to the sanctions. That makes it hard for Russia to offer attractive deals to some of the European countries to attract them for a long time. And therefore, we think that after some point, this strategy will also fall. For Turkey, what does it mean? It is without any doubt that it creates opportunities for Turkey to increase its footprints in Balkans and Central Asia, since we have also cultural connections with them. However, the problem with Turkey is facing, like similar with Russia, is a deterring economy. And unless Turkey rectifies its economic model, not only economy but economic model, Turkey will likely to fail increasing its influence in the region, which I refer especially to Balkans and Central Asia, since the Russian influence also will disappear there by time. And this is purely because of Turkish economy. Like Russia, if you are not going to also provide a very attractive incentives or programs, economic benefits to those countries, their ties with you will always become lessen or will always become weaker by time. And we cannot only rely on our cultural reason connections, but we have to also very much arrange or step very strong economic relations with these countries, and I am not talking about 1 billion or 2 billion dollar per year contracts in total, but couple of billions or tens, 20s of billions, maybe 100 of billions in total with Central Asia and or even with Balkan. Then you make a real foot or influence over there. And with this economic model we have, unfortunately, Turkey will fail to do so, or will have only achieve a limited influence in those regions. So if you like this video, please, there's a like button underneath the screen. Press on it and subscribe yourself to our channel, so we will notify you once we publish a new video. Have a great day then. Bye.